Hey, I'm Alex from Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you a Permobil mid-wheel drive chair with 5 electrical seat functions, so stay tuned. What we have here is a Permobil M3. This unit is going to only have 13 or so miles of total drive distance on the unit. This unit was manufactured in 2023, so it has very little usage, and it is going to have 5 electrical seat functions. It is going to have a 12-inch seat lift, a anterior tilt, which is going to be a forward tilt, a posterior tilt, which is a reverse tilt, and then it's going to have electric legs and electric recline, which I'll show you all of that here shortly in this video. Now, I do want to mention on all of these chairs that we sell, we do send a measuring chart so we fit them to your size. So this is going to have a 300-pound weight capacity. So if you're anywhere at 6'5", 300 pounds, down to 5 foot tall, 100 pounds, we can fit this unit to your size if this is the one that you like. This unit also is going to come with 60 amp batteries. We do sell batteries for these chairs as well. So if you look down below in the description, we'll have a link for this chair, but also battery page as well, because we sell all different batteries and we ship them all across the US. Now I'll go over here first and describe what the M3 is. So the M3 is going to be a mid-wheel drive chair, which is going to have your large 14-inch drive wheel directly in the middle with 7-inch caster wheels in the front and the back. Mid-wheel is going to be the tightest turning radius. Permobil also sells an F3, which is a front-wheel driven chair, but this is an M3, which is going to be the best for inside the house or for hard compact surfaces outside. If you need something that's a little bit more around your yard and you want to have a dual application, we do sell the other version, the F3 as well. So take a look at our website and you can see those also. Now with the mid-wheel drive chair and pretty much all Permobils, they're going to be a little bit different spots, but on the M3, you're going to have tie down points here in the front and here in the back. And what you can use those for is if you use public transportation or you have a vehicle that does have straps on it, you are able to strap the chair down at either one of these locations. There's 2 on each side. Permobils are also going to be compatible with Q-Lock and Easy Lock systems. So if you have a vehicle that does have one of those floor mounted locking systems, this is compatible. I'm not saying it has the system on it, but you are able to take this to one of those van places and then get the system mounted so that you don't have to strap it down, whether you want to drive in the chair or you just have a loved one that you want to transport in the chair and you don't want to strap it down. You can put those automatic locking systems on this unit. First function I'm going to show you is going to be the 12-inch seat lift. You'll see it here begin to just go up and raise. What this is going to be useful for is going to be if you are wanting to reach something higher, if you want to have a conversation at the same eye level as somebody else. You can see I'm 6 foot tall, so when this gets all the way to that top position, you can see the person's eyes would be similar to somebody at a 6 foot tall person standing up. So just imagine what you can then access upper cabinets and different things, whether you want to cook in your chair, you want to look down in the pots and pans instead of looking at the side of them, you want to do dishes, different applications of how you can use the seat lift. Now I do want to mention also it is going to have a swing away joystick that swings to the in or the outside of the arm. And what that's going to be useful for is if you want to get in and out of the chair, you don't want to push on the electronics, they're very expensive. You can swing it to the side and push off the end of the arm rests. Now there are many other adaptations you can do to this chair, such as thigh supports, elbow supports, arm guards, a lot of different things. So please call us if you're interested in one of these chairs and we can really figure out what's going to be the best needs for you. Now when you're all the way in the up driving position and with the seat lift elevated, you're about 33 inches to the top of the seat to the cushion. Now that could vary. This is about a 3.5 inch cushion. They do make 4 and 5 inch cushions, so that height could be a little bit variable depending on the size of the cushion. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the seat lift back down. This has what's called an ICS box right here behind the joystick. That joystick can go on either side, left or right hand. It's currently left side, but we can switch it to the right hand side as well. And then the colors on the chair are also, we can upgrade the colors. They have about 10 or 15 different color options at Permobil so that you can kind of customize this to look how you want it to look. Next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the electric tilt, which is going to be where the whole unit tilts backwards. So this is a medically necessary function for a lot of people. It's going to take the pressure off your lower half and apply it to your back. That's going to increase blood flow through the lower half of your body, which should help alleviate some type of pressure sores, especially if you pair it with a really nice air type cushion. So this is what you're going to look like in a tilted position. And then while you're here, I'm also going to elevate the legs. So sometimes people need to get their feet above their heart. This is a great way if you tilt the chair back and you lift your legs up. You'll see how they begin to come up. Now this is just held out with pressure, so you will see it drop in here in a second when it gets to a certain angle. But once again, when your legs are on there, it would stay at an outright position like this. This is also adjustable, the foot plate to seat height, once again, because there are different people of different heights. So we'll adjust all that before it is shipped to you. But this is what you would look like in a tilt position with your legs up. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the tilt back down and tell you one more thing about this switch box. When your buttons are green on here, that's identifying what functions you have. When those buttons go to yellow, it means you're gonna be able to reduce speed. And then when the buttons go to red, it means you're in a non-safe driving position, so the chair will not operate. You need to get back to an upright seated position, button switch back to green, and then you can drive the chair. Now I'm going to show you the recline so you can see this lay flat type position. We have a lot of customers who like to sleep in this chair because they're in this full time throughout the day. So this is a really nice feature to have on a chair so that you can get comfortable, and you will see it's going to be almost at that 180 degree lay flat position. Do want to mention also that both armrests do flip up for easy access, so that if you do use slide boards to transfer, you can flip up either armrest to get in and out of the unit. So this is what you're going to look like in the lay flat position with your legs up. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the legs down, and I'm going to bring the back up. So let me bring the back up and then bring your legs back down. You can do two functions through the ICS box, the recline and the legs at the same time, which I'm doing here just for video demonstration purposes. So now that my back is back up, I'm going to show you the anterior tilt, which is going to be a forward tilting position. So once you're all the way up, if you were to go to hit the tilt button forward, it is going to probably stop at a flat position, but then if you hold it down again, it is going to have a little bit of anterior tilt. And sometimes if you were to elevate the seat a little bit and then press forward again, it would start to tilt you even more forward. So you can see here at the position of the chair, this is going to help gravity help somebody get in and out of the chair due to the angle that it is set up at. I'm going to go ahead and just bring it back down to the flat position. Like I said, it typically stops once it gets back to a regular flat position. And then probably just so you're more comfortable, your backrest would be a little bit more at this type of angle. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this around towards the front. Take the bag off the chair. So how it's currently set up right now is going to be at 17 inches in width by about 21.5 inches in depth. 21.5 to 22 inches in depth. Don't worry about the size. Once again, when we get your measurements, we fit this to your size before we ship the unit out. I want to show you something else on the unit. It is going to have a full light package, very bright lights, so not little tiny LEDs. And you're also going to have turn signals, and then you also have this on the front and the back. So you have lights in the back, like red brake lights, and then you also have your turn signals that kind of scroll or flash when you have that button selected. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn these off. Down here, you have your foot plates. These can flip up for easy access, and they're also height adjustable from the pan to the seat because there are people of different sizes. Right now, you have about 16-inch usable space in width, and at depth, you're about 9 to 9.5 inches. So here in a minute, I'm going to take this outside and drive it around so you can see what I look like sitting on this chair to get perspective. Here in the front, you're going to have motor on each side. One on each side, and you are going to have a lock and unlock symbol. If you were to click these levers inwards, it's going to basically disengage the motor and allow it to be in freewheel. Now do remember, it always needs to be in the locked position for the chair to drive. So if it's not, that's the first thing I would check. It's typically going to show you M1 brake error for the left side, M2 brake error for the right side. Most of the time that just means your chair is in freewheel. If you're in gear and you're still getting that, okay, well now you have a problem with the motors. Now this unit here, once again, is going to have 13 miles of total drive distance, so it's a very minimal used chair. It is going to have those 5 electrical seat functions with the lights on it as well. So and if you would, follow me outside. I'll do a little driving demonstration so I can kind of show you what this chair looks like with me sitting in it. So what we have here is an M3 This unit is only going to have about 13 miles total drive distance on it. It is going to have seat lift, tilt, recline, electric legs, and the light package. It is going to be about 6 miles an hour top end speed when you're in a down upright seated position. You can see for the overall length of this chair, it is going to have a very good turning radius. Once again, I mentioned it does have lights, so you can see they're very bright lights. And one other thing I like to show for stability wise and for speed, I'm going to go ahead and elevate the seat here and drive it so I can kind of give you what that approximate speed is going to be when you're in that upright elevated position. Once again, it has the ICS box behind the joystick. So right now this button is lit up yellow, which means my speed is going to come down from that 6 miles an hour, approximately about 3 miles an hour, but I'm going to drive it just so I can get an accurate spec for you. So I'm going to go this way with it and see. I'm topping out at 3.1 miles an hour. So they might say 3.5 or 3.2, but I'm actually getting 3.1 with me sitting in this chair. So if you're looking for a mid-wheel drive chair that's going to have many functions, that's very comfortable, and have the light package, I'd go ahead and take a look at this Permobil M3.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.